attention, please. The next Metro train approaching your station will be a Metro Express train and will not stop.
Welcome to Voices Carry. My name is Randy Scott. It was actually really good timing for that train. There was a train that just passed by. Right behind me is the railroad, and you can hear sometimes if you watch a show, you can hear the train go by. And as soon as the train came on screen, it went by. It was like surround sound. Welcome to Voices Carry. My name is Randy Scott. This is a podcast marketed to the beautiful village of Cary, Illinois. What we do here is provide an alternative to social media. We have the only guardrails we have on this show are respectful, nice, positive. That would be 3 guardrails. There's usually 2, but you can pretend. There goes a bluey. These are backup blueys for my kids. If we lose one, we can seamlessly integrate the bluey. These are the good blueys. They have the actual tail. The manufacturer started integrating the tail into the mold of the body. So these are not your average blueys right there. Bluey's a children's TV show for those of you that are not in the Bluey universe right now. But yeah, welcome. So what we do, if you're not in Cary, fear not. See what we're doing here. The whole purpose of this is to start talking with your neighbors about local issues and not just issues, but local good things as well. Local events, not just community events, but setting up a block party. Shut it down. Shut down the block and have a block party. And if you're not from Cary, like I said, just start it on your cell phone. You don't need a moving camera that makes you dizzy like I have. That's just to retain viewership because I try to be entertaining, with the cat throwing pens. I walk over so many pens all the time. But we go through current events and support blow wind in the sails of local commerce and local businesses, and it's a team effort. That's my biggest message is if you see something, say something, as they say in New York, but or pretty much everywhere now. But if you see something that needs to be addressed that doesn't sit well with you, say something. Have your voices heard. That's the only way things get solved is by talking about it respectfully with one another. I have a nice little packet for local events. Let's dive into it. Cary Grove Basketball Boosters, Cary Grove Varsity Boys drops the opener at Huntley. Next home game Friday night for teacher appreciation, so tomorrow. You got girls varsity at 6 and boys varsity at 7:30. And it says this week's sponsor is Cary Dental Associates. So thank you for supporting them. And then Briargate Cary. Briargate School says skate night at Extreme Wheels. It's been it's been more than a coon's age, which is 4 to 6 years when you hear people say that. It's been many coon's ages since I've been there, but it looks like they've painted the inside, and it looks really nice in there, and the kids are having fun skating around. I remember skating around and when it was boys only, and then everybody did like the high fives, and the girls would pull their hands in if they didn't want to high five you. That was me. Briargate. Again, they did a STEM lesson on weathering, erosion, and deposition with Mrs. Kick's 4th grade class. Looks like the wet sand effect there. Always love STEM activities. Cary Grove Youth Baseball and Softball 2025 baseball and softball registration is now open. Go to cgybs.org to get the season started. That was my first job, was umpiring, and my parents had me doing that from T-ball, which was through the Park District, but then coach pitch. Actually, this. I gotta turn the cat off. This scoreboard's from the field that I hit my first home run on. The field that's waiting to be bulldozed. We're a sponsor of the Cary Grove Youth Baseball and Softball, and this scoreboard. They would always put me in right field because I was a daydreamer sometimes. I wouldn't get the hot corner. Out there, staring into my hat, like smelling my hat, like, oh, it smells, my hat smells. And I would always stare at this specific billboard, scoreboard, and you can't see it from that camera, but there's dents in it from balls that have hit it. And I was like, I'm gonna try to hit that board with a dinger, a home run, and I hit my first home run on that. I can take you to the exact spot where that ball landed. It was a orange ball. We still have the orange ball. I got to get the orange ball in here and put it over there. But yeah, it's a great organization, many memories, and get your kids involved and get involved with coaching, and make it about the fun and the lessons, and don't take yourself too seriously with it, and keep the kids having fun and get involved. It builds character, and it's a great organization. McHenry County Conservation District. I just started doing double-sided to save paper because I can't see my monitor when it comes to reading, and the toner's going low. See that strip there? So I gave it I took the toner out and shook it and got a few more prints out of it. But the problem is when you do double-sided, you get kind of confuzzled sometimes. So I gotta find the squirrel here, or the rabbit. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do it live. We're gonna go for a field trip. I'm gonna take a look at the monitor here. Oh yeah, the upcoming events, the forest bathing with we touched on this last one of the last shows. Forest bathing is not. I let your imagination run wild with it. If you did not look it up, forest bathing is a nature activity, a technique for soaking in nature. You're not actually out there bathing, and then children axe throwing. So can't possibly see what could go wrong with that. So bring your kids out, and I'm sure it's safe. But yeah, if you want to, I'd rather do that outdoors. I've seen too many videos of indoor axe throwing venues. That was hot for a while, and sometimes they come back at you. So I'd rather do that outside. Oh, I just found it. It's right here. See, that's what happens when your toner's low. Naturally, McHenry County. This is a local tourism arm of McHenry County, and they help get folks aware of local businesses within the county. And I saw this post. This is giving appreciation to some of the folks that are working over there. So I wanted to put this up there and give appreciation to them. for bringing awareness to the area. It says here, together we're dedicated to helping you explore, discover, and fall in love with McHenry County. From scenic landscapes to local treasures, we're here to inspire your next adventure. Looks like a fun team that enjoys what they do. So thank you. And then the Volo Auto Museum is unveiling their Junkola, which was a Simpsons car. And they have a lot of Christmas events, and they're a stone's throw from Bonner Road. You know, you can take that over, and here comes a train. You can hit Bonner Road, and you're pretty much there, past the Woodmans. So if you're a fan of The Simpsons, take the family out there. And if you're not, they have it's a plethora of vehicles and more. They have dinosaurs and playground. McHenry County, Illinois. I saw this. It was not a pub trail, which I thought was fun. You usually only see pub crawls, but the McHenry County has a coffee and tea trail. A McHenry Coffee and Tea Trail now has 19 participating businesses with the new addition of Breaking Bread Catering and Deli in Crystal Lake. We have a Breaking Bread here in Cary. Great food. To see a list of participating businesses and to download the app for further information, you can get that on Apple and or the Googles. If you take the Metra, which is the way to really fly, I don't think they use that anymore. I know there's some listeners that download the audio only and listen to this on the train ride into the city. So if you're one of those folks, thank you for doing what you do in the city and taking that commute and then coming back to Cary. We enjoy you listening and enjoy you being here. It says Metra leaders are warning of service cuts up to 40% in 27 if a pending decision goes through. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. So that might affect. You wouldn't be able to tell by how often the train goes by. It's like the Blues Brothers movie, with how often the train goes by here. But be on the lookout for that and plan accordingly. And then this is not Cary, but it's very close to Cary. Somebody has finally moved into that former banquet center over by the former Fantasy Festival, right there. If you take Cary Algonquin Road and go to where it terminates right there by 31, Chick and the Pig business has moved in there. So I wanted to give them some Cary love and give them a shout out. That is no small undertaking. So we want to support them and give them a try, and that looks fun. So thanks for bringing that to the area. And then the Peaceful Project. I got a few on these because they have some events. Have you heard the news? The Peaceful Project is proud to announce board game and puzzle rentals are now available. They have this is a business here in Cary, downtown Cary. It says we're kicking off the holiday season. Oh, this is also for their giveaway. We've teamed up with the Peaceful Project. This is Northern Illinois Parents. So they've teamed up to do a $50 gift card for the store. And it says a big thank you to the Peaceful Project for being this month's generous sponsor. I also wanted to dig a little deep, and I had something from the owner that I like to read about why she opened. So I'll do that now, and you can see their storefront there with some of their merchandise. It says, tired? That's how I felt for the majority of the last 7 years. Or is it 10? Kind of hard to tell. My 7-year-old definitely started the fierce tiredness I feel in my bones. But adulting is not all it's cracked up to be. For Valentine's Day 2018, I thought I'd try to work on connection with my other half. A Lego, I thought, Star Wars, both appealed to him in a big way, and maybe we could build a thing together, and I wouldn't have to think too hard. My obsession was born. Lego, it turns out, is not just for kids or dudes. My gateway project was 21318 Treehouse. Everybody has their first project. I remember watching the Mythbusters. I'm a big fan of. I always reference them, but one of the hosts on there remembers their first Lego project, and he could name it. It was Grant Imahara. He actually was. That was the one guy that actually started Robot Wars. Him and Jamie Heidemann were one of the first people to start Robot Wars, and he remembers his first Lego project. So it's very influential into your childhood. So that's why I wanted to give these folks a shout out, because you could be pulling something from this place that has a lasting impact that opens a lot of doors. Said all the bags that allowed me to make the project last as long or as short as I wanted to. The guidance let me turn my brain off while listening to my favorite podcast, Voices Carry. No, it doesn't say that. The way everything snapped together in a most satisfying way while building something clean, targeted, and frankly kind of dreamy if I put myself into the shoes of those tiny little figurines. That's the feeling I wanted to bring to everyone with the Peaceful Project. Whether it's plugging into the beauty of Azul, giggling through a game of bananagrams, or piecing together the ombre of a puzzle. The Peaceful Project wants to be the place you go to so you can find your next Zen moment. Unsure what your Peaceful Project is? That's fine, I got you. Whether it's building a Lego with your kiddo in the store, using some of our restaurant-style booths to get work done, and maybe piece together a puzzle during a Zoom call, or taking home a game you borrowed for family game night, getting you centered is in sight. So that's a fun local business, and I wanted to share that story with you, because that you could open a lot of doors by some of the things that they carry there, especially around the holiday season. Those gifts can have a big impact. And then also, this was posted today, the NORAD Santa Tracker headquarters did a dry run, and they started doing testing for their satellite and radar tracking of Santa and his reindeer. And we, of course, have our Voices Carry Christmas Eve Santa Tracker. We're going to be broadcasting live from studio and remotely. If you'd like to be a part of that experience, we're going to have a live loop that'll be going live all night long on Christmas night, and we'll be broadcasting live from your home or your business. And if you'd like to be part of that, email voicescarry@proton.me. That's voicescarry@proton.me. And we'll have some fun. You got to see how Santa Claus got escorted in over the border, and make sure that we welcome Santa Claus and his reindeer to the area. And that'll be fun to do that together. That's all I had for you today. We could play the game behind me, the Gravity Hill game. Doesn't make for good audio only, but when I say that I've lost, maybe that does, because let's try it anyway. I have not won it on air yet, but we'll try it. This Gravity Hill game was my favorite game when I was traveling with my my now wife. We traveled the interstates and got to see the country, and this was pretty much at every rest area that we went through in Pennsylvania. So it was kind of a Facebook marketplace. I saw it and needed work, so I put some work into it. Now it's blessing us on our set here for Voices Carry. The object of the game is to... here we go. That's not the object of the game. You got to move the ball. Try it one more time. One day I'll get it. But yeah, I like it. My reasoning for not winning it is because it's not level. It has not been professionally installed. That's an excuse though. And I'm not going to use it. But if you think that my skill is not very good, just keep that in the back of your head that it's not level. It's not regulation. But thank you for joining me today on Voices Carry Live. It's always an honor to put the show together for you, and it's only for you. That's the only reason why I do it, is to try to weave the fabric of our community together as tight as it can be, so that if it ever gets tested with all the fun national stuff going on, it can stand the test and not get ripped. So that's what we're here to do. And that's what we will do, and that's what we're doing, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. Thank you for joining me today, and there goes another Metro outbound. So if you're listening on that Metro, thank you. If you're listening at home or wherever you are, thank you again, and we'll see you tomorrow.
You're confirmed at T-minus 10 seconds. And counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Reach for the sky.
Huh?
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
What?
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
It's busted.
Who you calling busted, Buster? That's right. I'm talking to you, Sid Phillips. We don't like being blown up, Sid. Or smashed, or ripped apart.
We?
That's right, your toys. From now on, you must take good care of your toys. Because if you don't, we'll find out, Sid. We toys can see everything.
So play nice.